So I wanted a 26-inch V hull to work on. I wanted it RTR so I could run it right out of the gate, and I've had good luck with ProBoat in the past, so I settled on the Shockwave 26. This is a 26-inch brushless RTR deep V, just what I was looking for. Comes in bright green. This is one of many iterations of the Shockwave. V3 was discontinued, and I believe this one came out afterwards. Let's go ahead and open the box and see what's inside.
Team Baxter.
So this is one of several ProBoat models that I've recently picked up. I'm really enjoying the boating thing, and they keep getting bigger and bigger. Don't know how much larger I'll go than this 26. I'm going to feel this out for a little bit. No, I really like the catamarans, and I got the V-hull for a little bit of change of pace. They seem to be a little bit faster overall. However, the catamarans seem to turn a little bit better from my experience, so I wanted to try a larger V-hull, kind of see what was going on. Pull the top off of this, and there's the boat. Just like the Blackjack was, sitting right on top. You got a little bit of foam on each side, and there's your stand, just like it was in the Blackjack box, Blackjack 24. This is the same stand that comes with the Blackjack 24, cross utilization. These two seats here allow it to sit the catamaran, and this V allows it to sit the Shockwave. So nothing new there. I'm going to go ahead and pull the radio out of the end of the box before I pull the boat out, just to minimize things I have to move out of the way. The same ProBoat radio that's come with the other models. The standard controller. It has throttle door rate, steering door rate, reverse on the steering, reverse on the throttle. You got a little bit of throttle trim, a little bit of steering trim, and that's about it for the radio. Also, before I take this boat out of the wrap, I'm going to go ahead and open the stand so I have a place to sit it when I get it out. And as I've said before, that's exactly the same stand that came with Blackjack 24. So, put the stand down, pull the boat out. It's pretty light, and you got foam blocks on each end. I just dropped one out. Another foam block on the back side. Pull that out. Let me get the box out of the way right now. Pull this plastic off of this boat. And there's the Shockwave, and it's a nice color green. I like that green. Pull that over here. Moving the box out of the way, and also in there comes the manual and the little antenna, black antenna. Manual's a lot like the Blackjack manual. So this boat is 26 inches from front to back. Super aggressive pattern on here, livery on here, black and gray. I kind of like it. It's generally my instinct to go ahead and pull all the graphics off, but these may stay on there. They're kind of flat, and it kind of looks good. So first impressions, I really like the looks of it. Everything, it just looks sharp. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the boat, and it seems to share a lot of features with that Blackjack 24 that I have as well. I could tell right off, like for instance, this rubber grommet to hold the antenna is the same. I know already that the electronics on the inside are the same. The rudder and the rudder pickup are the same. That being said, there is a rudder pickup, and that's what this hose is going to. The outlet is on the other side. Turn the boat around. Same livery on the other side, but you got your little outlet there. We'll see how effective that is. Was a little unimpressed with it on the blackjack, so maybe it'll be different here. Nice slender boat. Looks like it would cut through water good, from my novice opinion. Go ahead and take a look. On the back side, we got that rudder pickup I talked about, a plastic prop, which I've actually, that's a little tight. A plastic prop, which I've actually already, I've already bought a metal prop for that. So this boat seems to have hardware for adjustable prop angle, and it does not, from my novice appearances, have an adjustable prop angle. I think that's just cross utilization on the hardware again. I see nowhere for the shaft to move up and down. I do believe that's a flex shaft, but no adjustable prop angle out of the box. So that's different. Trim tabs and turn fins on this one, pretty much a necessity, and the same steering setup coming out of the back as the blackjack. So I'm going to pop the hatch open. You've got two screws on the back end. Unscrew those. Same thing as the blackjack 24. Although I can tell you already, these feel a lot better. Well, as I was saying, that they give that same rickety feel, just an unstable feel. But these seem to be sunk a little bit farther than the blackjack as well. So the screw came right off. There's supposed to be a little E-clip holding that on from the bottom. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe the E-clip fell off. This E-clip still seems to be on there. As you can see, I'm lifting the screw to pop the hatch. I only know that because this is the same setup as the blackjack. And instead of two pins as there are in the front of the blackjack, there is just one little nose that goes into a hole. That's plastic. Not sure about the durability of that. Block of foam underneath the top, and there's the electronics. So here's the inside, and start at the back. I know when these first came out, there was a lot of complaints about the tray not being well secured, and I see they fixed that, as both on the blackjack and this Shockwave there is a massive amount of glue holding that tray down. It's a soft glue, but it's pretty cured up, and I don't see that tray going anywhere. The construction on this is, I'd say, less pretty than the blackjack. I know that's not necessarily a factor, but there's glue everywhere. The shaft is kind of just slathered in with glue. I've seen this before. I don't know if that's standard, but there's just stuff everywhere. But not really a big deal. I did want to point out that the E-clip that I mentioned that was not on the screw is sitting right there underneath. They do fall off from time to time. I'll slip that back on. I got this knowing that I would be working on the electronics, and with that being said, it's got the same, I don't want to say substandard, but just adequate electronics for a boat of this size. It's got a 30 amp ESC, which is actually rated for something much smaller. Same 30 amp ESC that comes in the 17-inch model. Not saying it's a bad ESC, but it's a lot for, this boat is a lot for that ESC to handle. That ESC powers a 2000 kV 4-pole dynamite motor. It's water cooled. It comes with a little water jacket, and you can see the tubing running to it. The other side of this tubing runs out of the outlet. It is an effective system. It definitely gets pretty hot from time to time, especially on a 3S. If you're going to run a 3S through this ESC, you're going to have to give it a little bit of time after you're finished. So that's that. And there's the ECX receiver, ProBoat receiver that goes with that ProBoat radio. They did give you a Spectrum Servo, which seems to do the job just fine. I haven't experienced any problems from that servo so far, and fits a 3S battery real nice. Try to slip a 3S in there, and it fits just fine. The battery straps are in the way. That'll seat just fine. So 3S will fit in there no problem. EC3 connectors. Got to get those switched out for a Traxxas connector or use an adapter, and that's about it on the boat. So that's the ProBoat Shockwave 26. I'm going to do some pre-run RTR maintenance on this. Give it a once over, make sure everything's okay, and then I'll get this on the water and see how well it does.